next, and then next and next. Can you come to any conclusion? How many have read the book of Revelation? Yeah? Can you come to some understanding about time?
To me, Pastor, it seemed like things is out of place. It seemed like some things happen before other things happen, and it seemed to be backwards, I think.
Okay.
I just got the impression that it wasn't in order.
Okay. Not everything follows like the way that we think of time, right? I mean, we don't know that for certain, but you can kind of get that, right? You've read the book, right? Just in reading it, you see some things here and some things there, and they don't necessarily follow. It doesn't seem like 1, 2, 3, right?
Right, it's no order.
Okay. So, why do you think that is?
Good question.
Good question. We don't necessarily have an answer, right? How about the fact that John is describing so many things, and he had to describe them on paper or parchment or whatever, animal skin, hide, as he was writing these. He had to put them down. He had to start somewhere and go somewhere with it, right? It's probably impossible to describe it all as it happened. It may have unfolded before John's eyes in a flash. It may have all unfolded almost simultaneously. But John had to describe it, and so he had to start writing, and then he had to keep writing, and there's a lot that he's writing, and so it may look like it started here and ended here. That may have all happened it may have all happened even together, right?
Yeah.
Some things in the scripture says, and then I saw, that may be, okay, it happened and then this happened, or it may be just that John is saying, and then this I also saw. He's just describing more that he saw. Okay, so as these things are happening, we read in chapter 6 about chapter 5, I'm sorry, about the worship. There was this worship that was happening. The angels that fell down, the elders fell down, these creatures that it described fell down and worshipped. And and at the same time he sees the scroll, and and so all these things are happening together, right? And now we see in chapter 7, as there is all this judgment, there's also next a calm. Okay, there's something of a calm. Let's begin to read, and we want to read out of beginning in chapter 7, 1 to 4, or 1 to 3 first. Thomas, if you'll get that, and then verse 4, sister. And then we want to read 9 to 11. This is Revelation 7. And then 9 to 11, yeah. And through 12, I'm sorry, through 12. And then we'll read the rest a little bit later. Okay, so here we find a bit of a temporary calm. Let's read verses 1 then to 3.
After these things, I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, or on the sea, or on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was granted to harm the earth and the sea, saying, do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads.
Okay, so in the past there was this intensity of the judgments, and all of a sudden it seems as though there seems to be a slow wait. How much time? Time has always been a question. I mentioned that a minute ago. Is taking place during all this? We don't know. But there seems to be this intensity. Remember when the scroll was unveiled and John was so taken by it, it says that he wept. The intensity that is there. Who can open the seal? And then he saw, and so now we see this judgment that comes out last week, all this judgment upon the earth, and the people are crying out. And then all of a sudden, he's got this picture of the 4 winds of the earth, 4 angels carrying the 4 winds, and then all of a sudden he says, wait, What do you think the four winds or the four angels depict here? What's the picture? Four corners of the earth. Is this trying to say the world is flat?
Oh, no, it's right.
Okay, but what is it? What do they mean by the four corners?
North, south, east, and west.
North, south, east, and west?
Yes.
What else can be implied there? Four corners.
Could it mean that it can be folding together, coming together?
No, I'm looking for something simple.
Oh, okay.
Just the simple understanding that you get when you read